In this lesson, we're going to learn how to calculate the percentage increase and decrease of a given quantity. And there are two approaches we can use in doing that. One of the ways to do that, which I label as method 1 here, is that we'll first find the increase and then add the increase to the original value. While the second method, we add the percentage increase to 100% and then find the value of the resulting percentage or the resulting value. What do I mean by that? So if, for example, I have $200 or the price of a commodity is $200 and then the price increase by, let's say, 12%. There are two ways I can get a new price. One of the ways to first of all calculate this 12% of the original price. Then whatever I get, I'll add it to the original price to get the new price. Another way is to add this 12% to 100% and then use the 112, that is after the addition, 112, and multiply it as a percentage of this. What do I mean by that? For example, 12% means 12 over 100 times 200. 0 will cancel 0. And 12 times 2 is 24. So the percentage increase is $24. Therefore, the new price will be the original price, which is $200 plus the percentage increase, which is $24. 200 plus 24 is 224. So the new price is 224. That is calculating the percentage increase first, which is 24. Then we add that increase to the original price, which is 200. Another way we can do this is to add up this 12% rather, to 100%, which is 102 12%. Now, we then calculate 112% of the original price. And 112% of the original price, which is $200, will be 112 over 100 times 200. 0 will cancel zeros. Okay? That means we have 112 times 2. 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 1, 2. And 2 times 1 again, 2. So the new price is 224, just like what we have here. These are the two approaches we can use to find percentage increase of a given quantity. Percentage decrease follow the same pattern. So let's use the same method. So instead of increase, let's assume this 12% is decrease. So if we have a decrease of 12%, decrease is 12% now. One way to calculate this, we'll first calculate 12% of 200, which gave us $24. So we subtract $24 from $200. 200 minus $24 will give us $176. Let me confirm that. 200 minus 24. Yes, I'm right. So here we first of all calculate the decrease and then subtract that decrease from the original price, which is 200. Another way we can do this is to add, subtract rather, these 12% because it decreased this time around. So we subtract 12% from 100%. 100 minus 12 is 88%. We then find 88% of the original price of $200. 88% of $200, that will be 88 over 100 times 200. 0 will cancel 0. And 88 times 2, 88 times 2, can see we arrive at the same answer of 176. So these are the two approaches we use in calculating percentage increase and decrease. I would have an example here on the board. Say the school principal gets paid $2,500 per month. He gets a raise of 20%. What is his new salary? 20% of 2,500 is 500. His new salary will be 500 plus the original salary or the old salary, which is 2,500. So the old salary plus the percentage increase, which gives us $3,000. Then using the same method, the second method to calculate the percentage increase on the same salary. In this case, we subtract the, we are talking about increase, right? We add, not subtract. We add the 20% increase to 100%, which gives us 120%. Is a mistake here. I write it twice. So we now take this 120% and multiply by the old salary, which gives us $3,000. So with that knowledge, we are going to solve this question 1 here. It says increase the following by the given percentage. So we have to increase each of these values by the given percentage. I'm going to alternate the method. One, I will calculate the percentage increase separately and then add it to the original value. The other one, I'm going to add the percentage increase to 100% and then use whatever I have to multiply the quantity or the value here. So for the first one, 43%, that is 43 over 100 times 234. To make it easier, let's use a calculator. 43 divided 100, that is 0.43 multiplied by 234. That is 100.62. 100.62 is the percentage increase. But the question says we should increase the following by the given percentage, which means we are going to add this value now to the original value. 234 plus 100.62. That will be 334.62. 334.62. And for the second one, I'm going to add the 21% to 100 and then multiply whatever I have by this value here. So 100 plus 21% is 121%. So 121% is 121 over 100 and multiplied by the quantity, which is 335 rather. So let's use a calculator. 121 divide 100 and times 345. It's 417.45. 417.45. Yeah, did I write that correct? Yes. That is that for question 3. Let's move on to 4. Let me do 4 here. For 4, I'm going to calculate the percentage increase separately. 14% is 14 over 100 times 909, which is 0.14 times 909. 0.14 times 909. That is 127 plus, okay, 127.26. Then we are increasing to 909 by 14%. Therefore, increase will be 909 plus 127.26. Which is 1036.26. 1036.26. Lastly, have 8,974 by 43%. So here I'm going to add 43% to 100 first. Which give me 143%. And 143% of 8,974 will be 143 over 100 times 8,974. From 143 divide 100 and multiply by 8,974 equal to 12,832.82. 12,832.82. So that is how to increase a given quantity by a given percentage. So we have more example here. And this example says, decrease the following by the given percentage. Again, I'm going to use two different approaches that we used earlier. So in this case, we are decreasing the given quantity by the percentage indicated. So I'm going to use the different method again. For the first one, I'm going to calculate the percentage decrease separately and then subtract the value from this quantity here. So 34% is 34 over 100, then multiply by the quantity, which is 836. That will be 0.34 times 836 and 0.34 times 836. That is 284.24. 284.24. That is a decrease. So we have to decrease this quantity by this value. That means we will subtract this from the original quantity. 836 minus 284.24. 836. That is 551.76. 551.76. That is for question 1. Now for question 2, I'm going to use the second method. In this case, I'm going to subtract 64% from 100% and then calculate the percentage for the resultant, because we are decreasing this value by a given percentage. So 100 minus 64 percent is 36%. We then calculate 36% of this 289 because we are decreasing this 289 by 64%. So 36 over 100 times 289. That will be 0.36 times 289, which is 104.04. 104.04. For question 3, let's do it. I have 897. We have to decrease it by 93%. Here I'm going to calculate the percentage decrease value, which is 93. So 93 over 100 times 897. That will be 0.93 times 897. 0.93 times 897. 834.21. That is a decrease. We call it decrease. Therefore, decreasing this quantity by this value, we have 897 minus 834.21. Let me just subtract. That is 897, 62.79. 62.79 is the origin, is a new value now. Then the last one, we have to decrease 245 by 23%. 245 by 23%. Let's calculate 23% first. That is 23 over 100 times 245. I'm calculating the 23% of 245. Whatever we get, we subtract it from 245 to give us the decrease. 23 over 100 is 0.23 and multiply by 245. 0.23 times 245 equal to 56.35. I will subtract 56.35 from 245 so that the new value becomes 245 minus 56.35. 245 minus 56.35. 188.65. Okay, the next question says the cost of a toy is discounted by 15% in a store. If the original price of the shoe from toy to shoe, that was a mistake. This is supposed to be shoe. The cost of a shoe is discounted by 15% in the store. If the original price of the shoe was $78, what is the price after the discount? So the original price is $78, but this price has been reduced by 15%. So what is the price after the discount? Here I'm going to calculate, I'm going to use the two methods. One of the methods is to calculate 15% of $78 first, then subtract whatever we get from $78. So 15% of $78 will be 15 over 100 times 78, which is 0.15 times 78. 0.15 times 78 is 11.7. $11.7. Therefore, new price after the discount is 78 minus 11.7. That should be $66.3. That is one method of doing that. Another method is, since we are talking about discount here, that means we are going to decrease the price by 15%. So the original price, which is $78, is a 100% price. The discount, we will get that by subtracting 15% from 100, since the discount is 15%. So 15 minus 100% is 85%. We then find 85% of $78 to get this discount price. So discount price, or the new price after the discount, is 85 over 100 times 78, which is 0.85 times 78. And 0.85 times 78 is 66.3. And see that we have the same answer, 66.3 and 66.3. So whichever approach you use, you are going to arrive at the same answer. Finally, we come to example 4, which says the shop increased their profit margin by 30% in the new year. That is 30% of the old profit. If they were making a profit of $2,300 per month, what is their new profit? Okay, as we have been doing since the beginning of the class, where we use different approaches, two different methods to find the percentage increase and decrease. We are going to do the same thing in this last example. I'm going to use the two methods. So let's get started with the first method. So first of all, get the increase. The increase, which is 30% of the old, that is 30 over 100 times the old profit, which is 2,300. 2,300. 0 cancel out. 30 times 23. 30 times 23 is 690. 690 increase. Therefore, the new profit is equal to the old profit, which is 2,300, plus the percentage increase, which is 690. And 2,300 plus 690 is 2,990. So the new profit is $2,990. And that brings us to the end of this class.